In this video, I'm going to go over what causes your dog to do destructive dog chewing and things around the house, things that cost a lot of money, and why they do it. Chewing is pretty much normal dog behavior. All dogs do it. Sometimes they do it because they're bored, separation anxiety, and or attention seeking. Sometimes they just want your attention, and that's their way of going about getting it. Now, because I have 8 dogs, a lot of people wonder how I get them all to behave the way I do. They think that having so many dogs, that would take a lot of time, that things are time consuming, when really it's not. It's all about how you go about things and how you respond to your dog, your tone of voice, and that sort of thing. So that's what we're going to get in this video. Exercise is pretty much what you need to do with your dog, from keeping it from getting bored and being destructive. Dogs are naturally active, and long walks with your dog or a game with fetch can help keep them from growing bored. If your dog is tired, he'll be too busy sleeping to chew, you know. Not to mention that the health benefits for you and your dog. If you aren't able to dedicate as much time or physical activity, consider hiring a dog walker. Even try entertaining your dog with stimulation and interesting toys. Rotate the toys so your dogs have something new to play with. But one thing about the toys I love to do is, every month or so, I have a dog bone. It's like a thing that houses the toys. Bring out the fresh ones. They especially love the squeakers. I give them that a lot, and or the little Kongs where you put the peanut butter inside. It gives them something like a brain teaser to do. Without you having to go out and buy a new dog toy, teaching your dog basic commands, progressing to more difficult tricks even, also provide your dog with mental stimulation to keep your dog from being bored. If your dog is chewing, coping mechanism for fear or separation anxiety, establish a place in your home that he's comfortable and likes to be in, like a dog crate. I used to have a dog crate set up in my house. I'm not sure if I had shown that in an older video or not, but I just keep one for whenever they're scared of fireworks and that sort of thing. So somewhere where they can go, where the door's always open, and they could go and hide away and feel safe. That's what they love to do, is feel safe, even whenever there's company over. Depends on your dog. Maybe your dog will go up and see company and that sort of thing. Your first instinct with a dog that is going through issues, whenever it comes to even like fear of sounds and stuff like that, your first instinct will be to go and reassure and calm him down. But be careful not to inadvertently spoil your dog. He'll think that he's being rewarded and the behavior is acceptable to get attention, which brings me to my next cause, attention seeking, which is attention seeking. Despite the stereotypes that dogs are simply minded animals, any dog owner can attest that it isn't true, and that dogs know how to manipulate us in getting what they want. Don't believe me? How many of you have out there saying, "My dog will never be allowed on the furniture," and now your dog has a designated side of the bed? That's what we thought. If your dog is a diva and doing destructive things, chewing in hopes of getting your attention, make sure to discourage this behavior. If you catch him in the act, immediately remove the object from his mouth with a stern no, and continue with what you're doing. Provide your dog with a positive attention, and praise him when he exhibits good behavior. Ignore bad behavior to show that there's not the right way to get attention. You want to try to give dog praising throughout its life. You don't want to not do that one day and just happen to stop doing that, because then they'll forget. They tend to forget things when they're not constantly in practice with them. Most importantly, don't set your dog up for failure. If you can, remove whatever it is your dog's chewing on before you go out. Make sure you put any shoes or dangerous things your dog maybe chew or eat out of reach. And that's basically how you get them to stop chewing. You practice that, and eventually they'll stop chewing on things if they have different toys to work with, and plenty of exercise, and get to go and see new things. Like a dog park. Sometimes mine go to a dog park, or they just go down the street for a quick walk around the block. And what helps me with mine is my dogs are leash free, so I don't have to hold them whenever they go outside the potty. They just go out for an hour at a time, depending on the weather, and they get to free roam and sniff and smell everything, and I'll throw them a ball, and they just enjoy that. So I hope this video is helpful for you, doing these different methods I've learned over the years, and having 8 dogs. I'm doing so.